a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. House of Cards, Season 6. The sixth and final season of the American political drama web television series House of Cards was confirmed by Netflix on December 4, 2017, and was released on November 2, 2018. Unlike previous seasons that consisted of 13 episodes each, the sixth season consists of only 8. The season does not include former lead actor Kevin Spacey, who was fired from the show due to sexual misconduct allegations. Unannounced start and sudden shutdown. On October 11, 2017, the Baltimore Sun reported that House of Cards had been renewed for a sixth season and that filming would begin by the end of October 2017. On October 18, 2017, production of the sixth season of House of Cards appeared to be already in progress, without an official renewal announcement by Netflix, when a gunman opened fire near a House of Cards set outside Baltimore. Production company Media Rights Capital and Netflix stated that production on the show was not impacted by the shooting. Production on the series was shut down on October 30, 2017. Following actor Anthony Rapp's sexual assault allegation that Kevin Spacey had made a sexual advance on him in 1986, when Rapp was 14 years old. Netflix announced its decision to cancel the series after the upcoming season, although multiple sources stated that the decision to end the series had been made prior to Rapp's accusation. The following day, Netflix and MRC announced that production on the season would be suspended indefinitely, in order to review the current situation and to address any concerns of the cast and crew. Robin Wright strongly opposed Netflix executives who wanted to cancel the season, as she was concerned about the 2,500 people who had been involved in the production at that time and were at risk of losing their jobs. On November 3, 2017, Netflix announced that they would no longer be associated with Spacey in any capacity whatsoever. Restarting production. On December 4, 2017, Ted Sarandos, Netflix chief content officer, announced that production would restart in 2018 with Wright in the lead, without Spacey's involvement, and revealed that the sixth and final season of the show would consist of 8 episodes. House of Cards resumed production on January 31, and wrapped filming 4 months later, on May 25, 2018. The firing of Kevin Spacey significantly affected the production process, as showrunners Frank Pugliese and Melissa Gibson had to rethink the show and come up with a conclusion for the series in a limited amount of time, taking into consideration other contractual obligations of the cast and crew. In an interview with IndieWire, Pugliese and Gibson revealed that these changes did not represent a huge shift for many of the characters. It was the overall story that was mostly affected, which was initially intended to center on a struggle between Frank and Claire to own the White House. The showrunners also revealed that, even in his absence, Frank continues to have a big impact on the story, and noted that erasing him completely would have seemed disingenuous. In the wake of Spacey's firing, Wright leads the sixth season of House of Cards, with her character, Claire Underwood, having assumed the presidency at the end of the previous season. A number of returning cast members have been confirmed to reprise their roles from previous seasons, while Alek Sakharov, who had helmed 3 episodes in Season 5, directed for the final season as well. New additions to the cast include Diane Lane and Greg Kinnear, who play siblings Annette and Bill Shepard, the inheritors of an industrial conglomerate. The characters were inspired by the Koch brothers, as members of a family with the power to influence American politics. Joining them, Australian actor Cody Fern plays Annette's ambitious son Duncan Shepard. Lane had been cast to play Claire's longtime friend prior to Spacey's firing, with whom she had shot a number of scenes. However, as she told IndieWire, the writers managed to find the same trajectory for her character in terms of what she means to Claire. Marketing. From March to October 2018, Netflix released various promotional material for the sixth and final season of House of Cards. On March 4, the first teaser premiered during the 90th Academy Award ceremony. The teaser shows Robin Wright in the Oval Office as President Claire Underwood, declaring, "We're just getting started," followed by an intertitle reading, "Hail to the Chief." On June 10, Netflix released two first-look images from the final season. The first photo shows Wright listening to director Alek Sakharov, and the second shows her looking straight at the camera. On July 4, the 242nd anniversary of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence, a video message was posted on House of Cards' official Twitter account, with President Claire Underwood saying, "Happy Independence Day to me." The message is followed by the hashtag #WhiteEarn. On August 7, Netflix announced that the season would be released on November 2, 2018, and unveiled key art. The poster pays homage to the promotional image for the first season of the series, as Wright strikes the Lincoln Memorial pose, like Kevin Spacey had done before her. On August 27, 4 images were published via a press release, which depict new cast members Diane Lane, Greg Kinnear and Cody Fern in their roles as members of the Shepherd family. A teaser trailer released on September 5 revealed the fate of Frank Underwood, portrayed by Spacey, who was fired from the show months after the conclusion of the 5th season. It is shown that Frank died in 2017 and has been buried next to his father in South Carolina. Claire visits her husband's grave and says, "I'll tell you this though, Francis. When they bury me, it won't be in my backyard. And when they pay their respects, they'll have to wait in line." This speech mirrors the one Frank gives in the 3rd season of the series, when he visits his father's grave. On September 27, Netflix released a new teaser trailer that presents several new and returning characters. Claire is shown dealing with the aftermath of her husband's death and declaring that the reign of the middle-aged white man is over. On October 8, Netflix released the official trailer for the season, which revolves around Claire's power struggle as she clashes with the American oligarchs and tries to forge her own path as President of the United States. On October 23, critics began publishing reviews on the season, based on advanced copies of the first 5 episodes that they had received from Netflix, after they had signed a letter of agreement. Reception. Prior to the official release date of the season, Netflix sent the first 5 episodes to a number of critics to serve as advanced screeners. On Rotten Tomatoes, the season has an approval rating of 75% based on 55 reviews, with an average rating of 6.19. The consensus reads, House of Cards folds slightly under the weight of its labyrinthian ending. Thankfully, Robin Wright's commanding performance is strong enough to keep it standing strong. On Metacritic, the season has a weighted average score of 62 out of 100, based on 21 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Kevin Lever of Film Era wrote that, with Wright at the forefront of the show now, House of Cards shines as it did in its early years. Lever described the production as stellar and the writing as reinvigorated. He noted that the show still has the feel of previous years, but it works best when it focuses on Claire, instead of dealing with holdover pieces. David Zorowick of the Baltimore Sun wrote, "I love TV drama that speaks to the cultural moment the way this series does. And, as I have said over and over, E2 is a landmark moment." Zorowick revealed that the season primarily focuses on gender issues, the evil of patriarchy and the stench of misogyny. He stated that the episodes exceeded his expectations, and praised the performances of Wright, Lane, and Kinnear. Christopher Hutton of The Independent described the episodes as slightly banal. He expressed his disappointment at the new characters that were introduced this season, and commented that Frank Underwood has left behind not only a power vacuum, but an entertainment one. Hutton noted that ever since Frank became president at the end of Season 2, the series has drifted directionless, and after watching the first 5 episodes of the final season, it still remains unclear what the show is actually about. The season also received some negative reception as well. A review by Tyler Coates of Esquire writes, Kevin Spacey's absence haunts the final season of House of Cards. Just as the show wouldn't work without Claire Underwood, it doesn't exactly work without Frank. Another negative review by Sonia Saria of Vanity Fair writes, House of Cards collapses finally. Down a star and out of things to say, Season 6 flounders. Jack Seal of The Guardian rated the season 2 stars out of 5, stating, "We still need to talk about Kevin." It's impossible not to miss Spacey's presence as Robin Wright struggles to make her mark and save Netflix's first big show. The series finale in particular was met with largely negative reviews. Scott Von Doviak of the AV Club gave the episode a C, praising Wright's direction, but criticizing the writing and the characterization of Claire during the final season. Kyle Fowler of Entertainment Weekly gave the episode a D rating, claiming the ultimate flaw of the season. And the finale was the large focus on Frank and Frank's legacy. Todd Van Der Werf of Vox gave the finale a 1.5-star rating out of 5, claiming the season saved the worst for last. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?